not sound like, yeah, you can. Okay. So everybody can hear me just fine as we get started here this evening for the James Wagoner Welding Xfinity, or trying to figure out which car is running here tonight. And I'm trying to get my stuff up on my end, and I'm not, okay, there it is. Right? Come on, you, give me what I want. There we go. All right. So we're here at Daytona in a cup car. I'm just unfortunately not familiar with this look. I'm not sure which gen this is. I don't know if this is the next gen, I think. I want to say this is Gen 6. But I could be wrong on that. As we get to start rolling here with the qualifying. Now you see the times rolling in there as we see the 13 of Chris Ramsey. Evan Wagner out there tonight in the number 31 machine. Kind of taking the place holding of James Wagner, who was running the number 30. But we got the number 31 out here instead tonight. So it should be a great show for everybody here at Daytona as we got more of the James Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series this Monday evening. All right, here we go. There you see Robert Lynch Jr. out there in front. Chris Ramsey there in fourth. Chris Schosler in sixth. Jake. All right, here we go. Qualifying ending up, we're going to get a short break here and see how well this plays out. All right, the grid is up 50 laps the distance. We get the grid up here to show everybody what's going on. Our starting grid, well, I don't know why we're starting in the back, but here we go. Up front, Dale Adamson starting out there on pole with Robert Lynch Jr. there second. Eric Copperthorne in third. Steve Lauder there in fourth. Chris Ramsey there in fifth. Johnny Hurst rolls off tonight in sixth. James Wagner, no, I'm sorry, not James Wagner. Evan Wagner, James Wagner's son is taking a spot there as he's starting there in seventh position. Chris Schosler, eighth. Jake Persilia there in ninth. Teresa Spiker there in 10th. Liam Beebe there in 11th. Ryan Hunter in 12th. In 13th tonight, that's going to be Jackson Miller with Gary Miller there in 14th. Dave Collins there in 15th. Edward Fiedler there 16th. Tyler Manning in 17th. Chantel Paulo there 18th. Chad Hawkins in 19th. John Hudson in 20th. Nathan Peacock in 21st. Mike Presley there in 22nd. Greg Spiker rolling out there in 23rd. So that is your starting grid as we get set to rock and roll here from Daytona tonight. go, getting ready for the start here tonight. Welcome everybody tonight to Player Farm TV on the pole. Why is that not working the way it's supposed to? We get set here, down into the corner. Dale Adams down there on the side, right behind Robert Lynch Jr. There you see him, 13 of his vehicles up there on the high side. He's coming down that, or I'm sorry, no, he's on the inside in that Jack Daniels machine. Now move there by the number 58. That 58 machine. Here comes Wagner up here on the bottom side. Everybody there. Now they're yelling out Wagner tonight. That is not Doogie here up there in number 30. This is the 31 of Evan Wagner. Working that bottom side, down that front straightaway. Robert Lynch Jr. out front, leads the way. Almost going through wide back here. Around about 7th position. There you see the 13 of Chris Bailey up there on the high side. Underneath the 27 of Ryan Hunter. As they work down that back stretch, the 48 of Jacob Celia is there. Along with, okay, that's Johnny Hurst, the 58 here tonight. He's number 3 on the scoreboard. Everybody rolls off the corner number 4. Lap number 2 out of the 15 here tonight. As we come down here across the trioval, down in the corner number 1 once again. Always a pleasure here in Daytona as they are really got it set nicely down here in the corner number 1. Robert Lynch still leading the way as he's got Dale Adamson there in second. Trying to find the second chance. Back there. Whoa, hang on to it there. Chris Ramsey, you don't want to try to break it loose that way. They're all over the track back there. There you see the 13 has got Wagner there above them. As they head on down here in the corner number 3 and 4. He's got the 36 there on the inside. That's Jackson Miller. He's got Gary Miller there as well as the number 15. Wagner now. Down here in the corner. There's on board behind under that. He's working through the corner. Heading on down off of here. Front stretch. I'm sorry, down back stretch. Sorry. I'm getting all looped around already. And we're only on lap number 4. And we got him loose. And they collected back here. Chad Hawkins back here. He's trying to see what's going on. Chris Ramsey off track down there on the inside. Yeah, he's got a little bit of off-road. We've got the grass boys here at Daytona. Yeah, he's not working down on the grass. No caution. As we stay green here with everybody side by side up here towards the front. Lap number 5. You got the 58 there pushing along Wagner. As the top of the board there in the 98. It's sitting there third. Everything supported them behind him. Now we see drivers go back to the state, the 36. Jackson Wagner with Gary Miller. I'm sorry, Jackson Miller with Gary Miller there. You got Liam Beatty there in the 83 working on down through. Hey, all flip-flop positions, trying to work here off the corner. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure these are the Gen 6 cars now that I'm looking at them better. High spoiler on the back. There you see him. 84. Yeah, he's got double and 3 there behind him. Head on down through the corner off the 3 and 4. Now Brett, Robert Lynch Jr., Gail Adamson there in second. Aaron Coppercorn there in third. They're doing a great job here. Hanging off third, number 1 to go. You got the 70 there, a spiker on the inside. And they battle side by side. Fourth on back. 1 through 3rd, out front, single file at Roman. Here off a corner number 2 and 4. Down that back straightaway. Now we're on board here with Aaron Coppercorn as he's coming up there behind Gail Adamson. Gail Adamson up there, right there behind Robert Lynch. They're in the corner number 1 and 2. I'm sorry, no, 3 and 4, I think. Yeah, 3 and 4, and you've got the machine out there, the 707 of Dave Collins. Now going to go a lap down. Going to put them 3 wide for a moment, try to get everybody squeezed on by. And do so, and it's up into the outside wall, but we're going to bring it back down off. Here we go. In corner number 2. Back here into the front stretch. Back stretch. As everybody side by side, you see Collins there down on the bottom. Got the couple driver back here. Another pack of 3. Chris Ramsey all alone pretty much. And Greg Spiker and Nathan Peacock back here. Rolling out. Mike Presley. Dave Collins. And then Kel Waddle back here in 23rd. I'm going to fly out on track. This is the race control here for Roughneck. So we head on out. Spiker disappears for a moment. Bubba T comes down the back stretch with the crew. And then in corner number 3. Up there on the high side. Now over 3rd as the 45. Up in the air you go. Johnny Hurst got to the bottom, and he's going around. Teresa Spiker involved. There you see Evan Wagner. He's involved. Try to see what's going on here. He's got some wheel damage there on that machine. That wheel is not turning. On the passenger side of that machine, we're at right in front of the wheel. Oh, here you see it. Evan ended up getting into the back of the 45. 45 turns down into the 45 or into the 98. Then comes back up across the track and just collects everything behind him. Becomes mayhem. And you see the 61 down there on the bottom side of the racetrack involved as well. Chris Schosler. They all try to figure out what's going on here. So caution out for the first time here at Daytona. We are 10 laps in to the 58 lap race. Take a short commercial break and we'll be back here at Daytona in just a moment.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Alright, back here live as pit stops commence here at lap number 11. Drivers really hanging out. Gary Miller staying out. Getting himself a pair toward the front. Some great pit stops going on there. You see Dale Adams coming off. Robert Lynch. Eric Kupfer. Great pit stop there by the 78. There of Tyler Manning to get him up there into the top 5. Chris Rosler back here in 6th now. Lee Beebe in 7th. Jake Priscilla. As others roll there off the track. Basically the 45 up there on the top of the speedway. There's Mike Presley. Frank Spiker, Chris Ramsey in the 13th. Alright, so Stephen Loader is the one that's in 45. He's 23 on the scoreboard. Alright, well, we're kind of curious. Are we worried at all about the Dale Adamson there in 2nd. Guys going in with getting fresh tires. How's that going to affect Gary Miller out front as we got Dale Adamson there in 2nd? Robert Lynch Jr., Eric Cawthorn, Tyler Manning here 5th, Lee Beebe there 6th, Chris Rosler there in 7th, Jake Priscilla there in 8th. John Hudson there in 9th. Chad Hawkins rounding out their field in 10th position. The lights are out on that pace machine. Means we're going to be going green flag racing when they come back to the line. Slow lap around, and they're just now coming out of tire number 2. Bunny Hurst back there in 22nd as it's showing him as out. Gary Miller, he's up there. Dave Collins, I thought he was still here, but yeah, he is. Bunny Hurst, I am showing him down there on the bottom side of the racetrack. So where those drivers that are saying out, don't pay attention to that because it's goofing up once again here. So the only one that is confirmed out is Chantel Bottle, as that is race control. And we got Gary Miller out there in first, getting ready to take the start of the restart here. They come here to lap number 13. Green flag in the air. Here's the flyover. Down into towards corner number 1. Now everybody gets rolling up to speed. We're out here next time. See if we can wake the groundhog up. We're heading down here to number 1. Green flag here. Here at lap number 13, we got Dale Addison out there on the high side there. Down there on the east side. Everybody's trying to get up there towards the front. There you see that 46 doing a great job up there. Look at that highlight along with them. Along the likes of that 98, Eric Cawthorn, 61 there, up there on the top side. Whoa, we got one that died down there. Ah, man. That was a 58 15. I'm sorry, that was the 84 of Chad Hawkins diving down there to the bottom side. Everybody down the front stretch here. That's going into turn 3. That might be going into turn 3. Yeah, that's going into turn 3 as we head here out of turn number 4. Wagner there in 19th. Now he's trying to recover from the incident earlier. As looks like Ramsey in the middle there in that second hole, going through the tri-oval. Got to try to keep everybody together. He's got Gary Miller up there on top of him. And, oh man, what a mess we got there. One going around once again. 31 on Wagner getting through. Mike Presley. Oh, maybe that was Presley that I saw going around there. Yeah, that was Presley for sure that I saw going around there. Sorry about that. Oh, we'll see what brought out caution number 2 here. Tight racing. Heading on down through the front stretch here. We see it up there with Teresa Spiker. And it looks like Ramsey ends up down there on the low side a little bit loose. Down there past 48, around goes 48, then they all left there behind them. At lap number 16 of 50. Head on down through here. See if we can find somebody to talk to underneath caution. I think we might go ahead and see if we can talk to Dale Adamson up there in that number 46 machine. Good evening there, Adamson. How's it going?
It's going great, sir. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going fairly well up here, and I notice you're just trying to hang on right now, right? It's much a survival mode right now.
It's more or less a survival mode at this point until I feel like I'm ready to put the hammer down and, you know, make my way, either make some friends, push them to the lead, or figure out a way to get around and take it. But at this point, I'm just going slow and steady.
Now, these are the Gen 6 cars, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When I first got in here, I looked at them, like, well, they're not the next gen, they're not the Gen 4. Which other Cup car is there? Then it hit me. We got the Gen 6 tonight. So, going around Daytona, it's fairly good out there. Feeling, I'm assuming with the draft and everything's looking good there at the 46 machine.
The drafting's feeling very phenomenal. I just feel like it's going to be a fuel game, maybe tires if we need some rubber to kind of gain that, you know, extra advantage for grip-wise, speed. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far in this 46 machine. I'm just hoping to survive and hopefully make some friends on the way up to the front.
Alrighty, well, we noticed that you ended up back towards about mid-pack there after that pit stop, so hopefully you can find some friends to help you get up there towards the front again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you the rest of the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alright, that was Dale Adamson. Currently was running there in second where the clock come out. Now in 10th after the clock light. Tyler Manning sitting there in second. I'll be honest, I'm very impressed there with Gary Miller. Just kind of holding the line there out front right now. And we kind of heard there from Adamson that this could be well ready could be a fuel strategy night with the cautions happening the way they are. He also mentioned about tires. How important are the tires here? That is yet to be figured out. Lights go out. We're going to double them up here coming across the line. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the racing so far tonight. And like always, the last few Mondays, we have the GT3 series here tonight from Freedom Motorsports Alliance. And down here out on the corner. Now, the other thing here that we got to think of also, and I apologize for this, is this is a busy week for us here at Freedom One TV on the light side of things. So, kind of got delayed last night. We were streaming the FMA Xfinity series, and we apologize for that as we get them rolling here tonight for the Gen 6 Cup cars going around Daytona for James Wagoner Welding here tonight. Evan Wagner back here in 18th, Teresa Spiker in 19th, Chris Ramsey there in 18th. He's kind of had a struggle here tonight. He's trying to survive himself. He's currently sitting 18th. He's driving roll around off of corner number 4. Lights are out on that pace machine. As we get ready to go, green flag racing coming here out of turn 3 and 4. Pace cars off. We're going to be going green flag race when they hit that start zone. Down here, green flags in the air. We are green flag racing down here through the tri-oval. Miller getting a great restart once again. Schulzer there in second. Manning there in third. Hudson there in fifth. And down here in the corner. Let's get them up to speed here at lap number 20. As you got that 84 up there on the outside of Chad Hawkins. There comes Drake Spiker rolling up through. Drake Spiker up 13th position. Ron Hudson. And that number up to top 16 spot where he started. Tyler Manning out. He goes to the lead. He's up to the spot. Ron Hudson along down there on the inside. Up 17. We got some big movers up there at the front. And Tyler Manning is up 15 spots. As this field's kind of jostling around here, down here through off the tri-oval. Let's go ahead and see if we can go wake that groundhog up. got Johnny Hurst, turn number 4, Johnny Hurst out front as the leader. Up 5 spots for the start. Gary Miller there in second, Tyler Manning there for third. John Hudson is falling back on the same wall there, up the hold it in. A lap or 2. They head out of turn number 2 here, back down that back direction. Johnny Hurst out there in front, trying to find a second here. There's Mike Presley back there in that fourth wall. Back here, going back to back. Chris Ramsey there as well. There's the chaos yet. As you see that 36 kind of great. It's kind of wobbling all over the place. Now, there it goes. There's the 36 going around, along with the 45, the 98. Boy. Caution number 3 on tonight. Jackson Miller, John Hudson, Steve Loader. All involved here at lap number, right around halfway. I see it coming down through here. You'll see that 36 try to squeeze it in, ends up coming up the racetrack, ends up into the back of the 003. They start that domino effect. Just nowhere to go. Oh man, the 707 thought he got around it, ends up getting tagged from the back. Going to try to gather it up. Everybody else tries to find a way around it. Wagner doing a great job getting through it. Oh boy, and squeeze play. Oh man, he might have got into the wall just a little bit. He tried to squeeze it on through there. Working on through here. We'll watch this real time here from the camera. And watch the flow there in front of Wagner. Wagner trying to pick up. He knows it's there. Going low. Now he's going to try to squeeze up. Man, he doesn't. Ever so slightly ends up getting between the car and the wall. All right, here, heading there into the pit, start some of the drivers. As we are at halfway. Who's going to take what for tires? How important are tires? Now we've got everybody coming in here. Now the 27 of Ryan Hunter stays out. Mike Presley coming in. Ed Peacock. Looks like Teresa is going to come in. Everybody on back. And John Hudson. And John Hudson is coming in. Stephen Loader in the pits. On his way out of the pits. Chantel Bottle. Like we said, the race controller for tonight. Alright, we'll go ahead and try that there, Wagner, see how that goes. Make sure that everything's set here on track. I don't want to pull the one to go. Wagner. Dude, we'll try to get him done. Try to get Evan there next time around. 24 to go. Because I'm quite certain we are not having fun. We got a couple cars at a super speedway. 24 laps to go. I think we're just starting to get the aggressiveness. We head on down through the back stretch. Everybody's lined up side by side. Ryan Hunter up 11 spots with the lead currently. Gary Miller back in 6th. He led quite a bit. We got Mike Presley back here up 15 spots. He's kind of doing what he can to survive. A little bit more of a trouble than probably what he was hoping. Looks like Loader is sitting in the pits if I'm looking at it right. So is Jake Jackson Miller. Now we're getting ready for the start here. Green flags in the air. They're coming down across the stripe. And here off of the tri-oval, heading towards corner number 1. Ryan Hunter out front. Got Robert Lynch there in 2nd. Johnny Hurst in 3rd. Leading in 4th. There he is. Mike Presley up there in 6th. Trying to battle on that bottom line to get in. Going to do so. As looks like we've got Loader coming back off of pit road. He's heading out. Nathan Peacock, not sure what's going on at 072. There it is. There's the 72 there. Off in Peacock. And I'm rolling down through off of turn 4. Head back out here onto the tri-oval. And, oh boy, Gary Miller going up and hitting that outside wall pretty hard. Off the board down here. 22 laps to go here. And then we're off down here in 1. Johnny Hurst there, 2nd. Ryan Hunter 3rd. The Reese Piper there in 4th. They do it. Mike Presley back in 6th position now. They're trying to find a way to get up there. And here is Dale Adamson. And back here in 9th. Trying to find him. And down here on the inside. Getting right up there to the bottom. Getting right up there to the bumper. Chris Ramsey in that 13, back around here to the front straightaway. Out there in 3rd, Ryan Hunter there in 2nd, Johnny Hurst there 3rd. Now they head on down through here. Off of corner number 2, they go. And roll around on that back. Down there on the bottom side, I do. Oh, that tell me I'm not all grouped around here. I see that number 21, Robert Lynch, trying to get that bottom side of work. Look out, here comes the Reese up there on the outside. And that Bubba machine going out there on the outside, bringing with her the 61 of John Hudson back here towards the back. And they come here down into corner number 1 and 2 as they work through the tri-oval. John Hudson showing that he's John Hudson. Trying to get that outside lane to work. Not quite do it. And he needs some more friends up there. Dives up there, have Tyler Manning. Manning now getting up there behind Adamson. Adamson really bringing it up there as he's lurking there around for 5th. Up there on that high side, bringing it on up. He's got there 13. Up here, that's moving along. That's going to get Johnny Hurst a little bit nervous as he jumps up there to the high side to try to block that run. Now the inside front row is blocking the run down here on the inside and get up there beside him. And that's being led along by Robert Lynch down there on the inside. He's working along by 47 right under. Forming down the back stretch. Johnny Hurst out there to the right. Rather than 58. Then we're going down here off of corner number 3 and 4. Now we had Adamson. Adamson pitted, ended up towards the middle back of the pack. We see that the pack is here. Wheeler broken off back towards the back. Loader back here towards the back. Peacock back here. Everybody else is still running here in the pack. And now Hurst comes down to the inside. That's so good. Adamson in the room that he wants up there on the high side, getting pushed along by the and it's not doing the room yet. You see Adamson now falling back there at 44 there. Mike Presley getting bumped out of line down there below. That yellow, that's not where you want to be. You want to be above that line. There you see Dave Collins in that 707 drop down there. Oh, skated up, and that was going to take out Teresa. Not sure what happened there. If that was Brian Hunter completely. We saw one skate all the way up the racetrack. And no, was that the 21? Might have been the 21, that guy that got up there and loose and ended up. And taking another look at it here, down there on the bottom here out of the corner there, you see the 21 just ends up loose, skates it up, comes across Teresa, who then comes across. Dave Collins, I believe. Hopefully, Jimmy, you're enjoying the concert. As you check in on us here at FFTv, bringing you the Roughneck Racing Daytona Routing Super Speedway Series. Heading on down here through off of the straightaway. Alright, since we're under caution. Let's see here. Let's see who we can find. There we go. Alright. Alright, good evening, Evan. How's it going? It's Adam up here in the booth.
Well, it's going good.
Going pretty good so far?
Yeah.
How's your car feeling out there?
It's feeling smooth. Okay.
Just trying to survive to the end, right?
Yeah, trying to get up to the front.
Well, good luck to you. Hopefully we can get you up there. I know normally your dad kind of runs tonight here in the number 30 team, but he's allowing you to bring the 31 out tonight.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, good luck to you. Hopefully you can find a way to get that 31 up there towards the front.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, so that was Evan Wagner. Good evening, Johnny. We're under caution yet again. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing fairly well up here. Trying to cool off some. I'm happy with that. Not sure how
That's
warm
good.
it is in your race car.
It's pretty hot in this room right now, bud.
Well, you think you got what it takes to try to bring this one home?
Well, I hope. It's all who wants to work with who, and as long as I got a good dancing partner, I should be all right. And I think I do. I wanted Ramsey there, so just have to wait and see.
Well, there is always that wait and see factor. I mean, do you think the cautions are done yet?
I would say not. It wouldn't really hurt my feelings. I'm right at the max on fuel here. I'm just trying to save what I can, so hopefully I got enough to finish this thing.
Alrighty, well, looks like you're getting ready to go. Green flag racing again, so we're going to let you go, and good luck to you.
I appreciate you.
Alright, here we go. Down here, Tyler Manning there in third. Dale Adamson there in second. Johnny Hurst up there on the outside. Not sure. Is that where... Trying to figure out which one of these two are technically the leader. Spread, pull that machine down there into the infield. Head on down here to the start zone. Green flag is out. Look out. Here they go down into corner number one. Dale Adamson getting that great run down there on the bottom side. Bringing in the 78 here of Tyler Manning. Johnny Hurst ends up falling back into third at the moment. He's going to fall in line there. Look to the outside there. Maybe get some air on that road. Making sure to keep the goal down here through off of turn number 2. Down here through back here. Johnny Hurst there in third. Chris Schosler there in fourth. Robert Lynch there in fifth. Chris Ramsey sixth. Gary Miller there seventh. Liam Beaton there eighth. Dave Collins the ninth. Down the outside there. Now Paul Presley and then roll down here off of corner number 4. And back onto that running track. And Johnny Hurst kind of falling back a little bit, falling into the grass there of that outside lane. It could possibly be less than inside, but now he's got some drafting partner. As long as they work with him to get him off up there toward the front. There you see that 13. Back there. Sitting in about 8. 7 great job. He's about 8 spots. Evan Wagner sitting back here in 15th, down on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's trying to find a way to get that car up through the traffic. 13 laps to go. They got the 45 there. I try to figure out what is it? I want to say it's Ryan Hunter. Right, Yo 72. Back there, Daniel Peacock up there on the high side. There's the N66 and then the 98 there of Eric Copperport. Johnny Hurst back out there to the front as he got that outside lane to work with them. And they both drop down there to the inside. Now going to drop off there to the outside. 21 kind of holds back a little bit. Here comes Ramsey. Out of the head there off the corner. Great run there in that 13. Heading down there, now he's down there to the bottom side. Here comes off the floor, heading up there to the trioval. The 83 is also there. I believe it's off. He's pushed along by Michael Presley up 16 spots. Currently our biggest mover of the race. I think trying to bring everybody with him. Doug Richter up there in 8th. He's up 15 spots, just like Mike Presley. I don't think he's going to the bottom lane. that top side. Not that, oh, and there they go. Everybody jostling now. Hang on to it. What a great save there. They get back around and keep it going straight. Now they're 3 wide there. Got to see who's in the middle. That's the triple. Double those 3. John Hudson there. And 13 now. They come down here across the stripe. Hang on to it. He goes around. Ends up there, and there it is. Johnson again. That will come down through the trio. First leader, Tony Hurst. Oh, fifth caution. Back after this commercial break.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Biggest mover of the race. Mike Presley in that number 44 machine. Chevrolet sponsor. Nine to go. Off the corner here, 8 laps to go. I bet that we're going to go green with around 6 to go. Long pace laps here at Daytona. Sometimes these pace laps feel longer on the broadcast than they do actually in the pace down there on track. Yes, because I'm in just, I'm anxious for them big green flag races in here instead of going around, as someone calls high pace. All right, hopefully we get that lights out this time. We do, so we're going green flag race, 6 laps to go. Everybody gets lined up side by side once again. Johnny Hurst lines up on the outside. That's going to bring Ramsey down there on the inside. He gets pushed along by Robert Link. Tyler Manning there in 6th. Biggest mover, as we said, is Mike Presley. Up 14 spots. 15 spots. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the racing action as we stand right now. Barry Spiker. Greg Spiker, sorry. Back here into number 10, towards the back of the field, Brian Hunter, Johnny Hurst, out front. As your control car. Choosing that top side lane. Hayes' car is off. Okay, come here, green flag racing. Off the start down here in number 1. Back to go. For Johnny Hurst, and he got a great restart. Ends up dropping down there in front of Chris Ramsey. Everybody else dropped down there as well. Looks like there's 46 of Dale Anderson up on the top side. Now he gets out by the 78 of Tyler Manning. He jumps up there to the outside. They're going to try to side draft off on the top. Now they work down that backstretch. Manning now drops back down on the bottom side, leaving Anderson up there on the top side. Now he's going to get a little bit more of a run down there on the bottom side. Manning getting underneath of Adamson. There you see Wagner working his way up through. He's now cracked into the top 10. He's up there on the top side. Working down through on the front stretch. And there's on Newt there. Everyone dropped all the way down there to the bottom side. Anderson goes to the long curve. Hurst is wanting to see if he can bring home the win. Adamson wanting to try to bring home the win as he's up there in 6th. On the top lane, he can stop making it back here on top of the 6th. Now fit. Tyler Manning up to the 4th spot, or 13 spots from where he started there in 4th. Coming off the corner back there towards the back. And the double 707 ends up around. Possibly now we're going to have a great fight checker. Now we see here Dave Collins end up getting turned around. There you see that 333 come down, tags the double 707. He comes up, he's going to hit the front, spin it on around. Baker's going to bring it down there across the bottom side. Everybody getting through. I see that 003 ends up down there on the bottom. Bringing on through. 707 does a great job. Everybody did a great job not collecting anybody else. Up there in 3rd, Chris Ramsey there in 2nd. laps to go. Checker, so we're going to have a shootout here. How well is this going to play out? Which driver are we looking for to try to get this one underway? I would see Ramsey's in a position, Manning's in a position, Robert Lynch is up here. Johnny Hurt's been having a great restart there on top side, so he's going to take that again. Eric Copperthorne back here in fifth. Dale Adams is sitting in sixth right now. Down out the back stretch. Flag is out there, down and away, and here is corner number one. Side by side, Hurst not quite getting the jump he had last time. Here comes Ramsey down there on the inside. He gets pushed along by the 78. Tyler Ramsey was on board there with Johnny Hurst. He's really fighting that top side, trying to get that worked out. Come down the backtrack. 2 laps to go. Hopefully, another set of corners to bring it through the white flag, and no, he cannot. Johnny Hurst gets turned around. That's going to end his night. And drivers everywhere. Man, oh man, tough break there for him, for Hurst. So here we go, down here in the corner number 3. You'll watch it up here on the top side. 21 just gives them a kind of a bad draft. Gets on top and ends up just pitting them right into the outside wall. Dale Adamson trying to get clear of it. Then you'll see just drivers back there. Separate incident there. Evan Wagner having a driver come across his nose. Trying to check up, figure out where everybody's going to be. Then you got her still in the middle of the racetrack and just nowhere for people to go. It's just carnage everywhere. A lot of debris out here on the racetrack. Man, what a ride there for the 21. Lynch. He took a quick shot. So we'll go on board with him. Around he goes. Man. Takes another shot. Not the way some of these guys wanted their night to end. That opened the door for other drivers. The likes of Chris Ramsey, Tyler Manning, Mike Presley now up here in the fourth. Dale Addison up there in third. Now Presley still being our biggest mover, our hard charger. Our tough luck, most position loss goes to this guy, Stephen Loader, right at number 23. So that's 45, however you want to look at it. 23 on the scoreboard and 45 on the racetrack. Seventh caution. Drivers, we don't need to try to make it to our average every week. Inside. Dale Addison on the inside. Mike Presley up there on the outside. Evan Wagner up there in seventh. Great run by him here tonight. Not sure how long he's been on iRacing, as he's just, from what I'm understanding, well, we're 13. I got both numbers here from his dad, James. Or Doogie. Heading on down here, off the corner. 3 laps to go. Can we go and get to the white flag this time? All right, here we go. They're in the restart zone, and away they go. Start, here they go. Cross the line, and down over here. Number 1. Getting up the full sauce. Everybody's got a stretch now. Dale Addison down there on the inside. More jump. This got more more cars down there. Adamson really pushing Manning hard down here out of the corner. I'm trying to sneak with him there to the last possible moment. I had one up there in corner number 3. Never made it through this time. Everybody single file for the most part. They get back to about 15 position. Where Mike Presley and Evan Wagner are battling it out. Now we got them 2 wide for fourth place. White flag is out. Next flag is back into this race is different. Next flag is on a minute. They're going forward with Presley. Closing out here in corner number 1 and 2. Get down there onto the inside lane. No Adams there in second. A lot of push there from him. As they come down the back. And oh no, he lost his partner there. Evan now tries to work his way through. He does. Ends up there in the 6th. They come here out of corner number 3 and 4. Down here in the through. As Adamson's there in second. He's got to try to get you. He's got a draft partner. Does not. As they are too late here coming to the line. And it's going to be Manning will win. Adams for second. Preston third. What a finish here tonight. All right, wait on the line. Come in. Waiting on everybody to finish. Coming across the line. John Hudson having a pretty bad banged up night. Tyler Manning does some donuts there in the infield. Hey, apparently my results are not showing no more. Oh boy, this is not what I wanted to see. All right. There we go. Now they're up. All right. Tyler Manning there in first. Dale Adamson there second. Mike Presley in third. Gary Miller there fourth. Liam Beebe there fifth. Evan Wagner there sixth. Dave Collins in seventh. Edward Fielder eighth. John Hudson there in ninth. Greg Spiker in 10th. Robert Lynch there in 11th. Jake Priscilla there in 12th. Teresa Spiker there in 13th. Chris Ramsey 14th. Chris Schosler 15th. Brian Hunter in 16th. Finishing 17th is Nathan Peacock. In 18th position tonight, that's going to go to Eric Copperthorne. Johnny Hurst 19th. Unfortunate night ending to his night. Stephen Lauder there in 20th. Chad Hawkins there in 21st. Jackson Miller in 22nd. And our race controller there is marked on the board as well. So our biggest mover is Mike Presley, up 19 spots. And see who we can get with here. Mike Presley. Good evening there, Mike. How's it going?
Hey, doing good, Al. You doing okay, buddy?
Well, you got third place here tonight. Are you happy with that?
Oh man, I'm another top 5. I can't be no happier. Yeah, I just had to use my fast repair there pretty early, about 15 laps, and then I avoided a couple of them. I don't know how, but man, I got through it, and you know, good Lord, you got me to the front, so I got me a third. I'm happy, yes sir.
It's always a good feeling when you survive Daytona, correct?
Oh yeah, it's a survival game. There's no doubt about it.
So, you got sponsors or shout outs you want to give for helping you get third place tonight?
What's that?
You got sponsors or shout outs you want to thank for tonight?
No, I just want to thank the league, you know, and all these great guys that I'm racing with, you know. Congratulations to Ty and Dale, you know, in front of me. So, no, that's about it. Had a good time.
Well, it's always a great time to watch you guys have fun out there on the track, and you put on quite the show tonight. And 7 cautions later, we get through it with you in third.
Yes, sir.
And you didn't quite have the best starting positions to do that either.
No, like you said, you know, already, it's just a matter of surviving. Keep it up front, avoid those those wrecks, and if you can do that, you know, just finishing in the top 5 is not hard. It's hard to do at Daytona.
Well, I don't know if the league does any sort of like hard charge or anything, but if they did, you'd be the candidate for it tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Alrighty, well, you have yourself a great night. Enjoy that third place finish tonight.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Alright, now we'll get with Dale Adamson. Good evening there, Dale. How's it going?
It's going great here, sir. How's it going?
It's going good. Unfortunately, you didn't quite have enough momentum to really get a move there at the end.
I was in a bit of a predicament. I had like 2 or 3 options going through my head. It was either stay with him, push him, go around him, have someone behind me push me around him, or I don't want to say wreck him subtly, but you know, it white flag, anything goes at that point. But in my mind, I was like, I don't want to be stupid, so I just pushed him, and it ended very peaceful.
Unfortunately, you lost all your help behind you.
Yeah, that sucked, but you know, it's one of those races where if I lose my help, at least I was still able to keep with him and push him across, because without that help behind me, there was no shot I was going to be able to side draft him and get around him that quick.
Yeah, that most definitely. You definitely had a great run here tonight, starting on pole, ending in second. So, I mean, you survived Daytona fairly well.
That's a first, honestly. Every other Daytona, Talladega, any super speedway, I either start in the mid pack or back half and get caught up in a wreck. But this tonight meant something different, and I can't wait to keep racing more in the super speedway series with these guys.
Alrighty, well, congrats there for a second place. You got sponsors and shout outs you want to give for helping you get there?
First and foremost, I want to thank you for the amazing broadcast, and you know, giving us a chance to come in, pop in and say, hey, give us, you know, like a little, like tell us, like me telling you our race strategy, how everything's going. I want to thank my main sponsor, Race EPI Setup Shops, James, Wagoner Welding, Roughneck Racing, everything that they put on and do, it's amazing. And, yeah.
Alrighty, well, congrats for second place tonight, and we'll see how it goes next week with our next super speedway track.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Dale Adamson. Now we're going to Victory Lane. Good evening there, Ty. How's it going?
Yo, what's going on, man?
It's going along pretty well. You must be feeling pretty good there, being able to pull off Dale for the win.
Yeah, I gotta say, Dale treated me good tonight. He had a couple choices. He could have dumped me. He could have waited for the run. Unfortunately, the run never really developed behind us. It looked like it was chaos in the mirror. But
Well, it was.
yeah, he
From third place back.
yeah, everybody. I just saw cars hitting the outside wall, and I'm like, all right, just keep my foot in it, keep going. And but yeah, Dale pushed me. I appreciate that. I was telling him and the other guys, like, I haven't been racing much lately in this league, and then the Wednesday night races also are the first like league I've jumped back into in a while, and I've really enjoyed it. It's a great group. I'm glad that I've been able to run good the last couple of races, and I'm glad to be in victory lane today.
All right, you got sponsors and shout-outs you want to give for helping you get victory lane tonight?
Of course, I want to shout out my family. I did have a uncle pass away not too recently. We got to celebrate his life over the weekend, so he was riding along with me. So love you, Uncle Marty. This is for you. Of course, my friends and family. Appreciate them supporting. Got a couple people watching. Glad I could put on a show for everybody. And then, of course, got to thank the league, Roughnecks Racing, and Wagoner's Welding for putting on the league for us and running a pretty tight ship around here. I'm glad to be a part of it.
All righty, well, congrats on the win tonight. And sorry for the loss, but yeah, great run there tonight.
I appreciate that, brother.
All right, you have yourself a great night and enjoy this victory.
Thank you.
All right, that was Ty Manning as we get ready to sign off here at Baker Farm TV. And I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that this studio lighting wasn't on. There we go. That should help out some. So, and it's still not set right, is it? I think I got a light that needs adjusted here. Congrats to all the winners here, especially Ty Manning. Tyler Manning getting out there in the victory lane here tonight, at number 78. So congrats there. And thank you all for watching as we say good night here from Daytona.
I feel like I'm afraid to say how I feel, to know I let you down. 'Cause late nights turn to days, don't wanna let you down. With each breath we give away, it'll never be the same. I'm chasing somebody who won't ever ease the pain, but I don't want half of your heart. You can have it back if it's only half of your heart. Feel like I'm afraid of the only thing.